Hey everyone. Hey, hey, hey. Greetings, greetings, greetings. How are you today? I am under the weather, but I am okay. I have some kind of ear, nose, and throat going on, but I am okie dokie. All right, guys, I'm not gonna keep y'all long. Hey, bestie. Okay. So today's Wednesday chat is shift happens when the mindset meets God's promise. And that's taken from Luke chapter 1 verses 5 through 25. And so I'm going to just start at the beginning. Welcome to Mo Better Living. This is my Wednesday chat where we are heavy on the ing and healing, because healing is not a one-time event, it's a lifestyle. So let's have some real talk today about mindset shifting, because sometimes the biggest battle isn't what's happening around you, it's what's happening in you. And so I'm going to tell you guys about an experience I had this weekend. So I had an appointment to get my hair done. I have a standing appointment. So I didn't confirm it because I have a standing appointment, and it fell through just like that. It was like I talked to her and she said, "Oh, I'm not even in town." So I was like, "Okay." Really wasn't a whole lot of conversation to have because you're out of town. And I was getting pictures done, headshots done that day, and so the photographer changed the time, not once, not twice, but 5 times. And even the date changed. And so my mind could have went left. It wanted to. And not only did it want to, it tried to. But I had to pause, I had to breathe, and I had to shift my mind. I had to stay in my now, my present, and I had to say, every bad moment doesn't mean it's going to be a bad day. Every inconvenience is not an attack. And just because it didn't go the way I planned doesn't mean that it's not going the way God purposed it. So, what did I do? Because I got this appointment, I got this makeup appointment, I got like things moving, right? Everything is moving in place. So what did I do? I did my hair. Now listen, doing hair is not my ministry. But I looked at myself in the mirror and I thought, just because it's not your talent doesn't mean you're not equipped. So no, it may not look as silky or as whatever as the professional. You still can make it happen. And so I thought about Psalms chapter 18 verses 39, and it says, "You armed me with strength for battle. You humbled my adversaries before me." Now, doing hair may not be an adversary, but battling the mind is. And that's a whole spiritual warfare, is battling this mind. So because the enemy doesn't have to take your blessing if he can steal your perspective. So in Psalms chapter 144, verses 1, it says, "Praise be to the Lord, my rock, who trains my hands and my fingers for battle." Now, I used to think that this was only about physical warfare, but God also trains us for mental fights. He teaches us to shift, to adapt, and to stay rooted, even when the schedule isn't. So I want us to talk about Zacharias. And this is in Luke chapter 1, verses 5 through 25. And we know that he's a priest. He's faithful. He's obedient. He's doing all the right things. But when the angel told him he and Elizabeth would have a son, his mindset didn't match the miracle. How many of us mindsets don't match the miracle? He didn't see past what was right here. He couldn't get past that. And so, because sometimes even the righteous get stuck in the mindset that limits God's movement. Is your mindset, is my mindset limiting God from his movement? So often we put God in a box. But, so what did God do? He hit the mute button. Mute. It wasn't punishment, but it was protection. And so when I say he hit the mute button, he stopped him from being able to speak. He was mute. Mute. I'ma just silence you. And so because God didn't want his words to get in the way of what he had already planned. Sometimes that's the problem. Sometimes our words get in the way of what God has already planned for us. And so some takeaways I want us to think about is, number one, you are equipped. Even when it's not your lane, God gives you the strength to handle it. Psalms 18:39. Every battle isn't external. It's not external. Sometimes the battle is in the mind. Be ready. Psalms 144, verse 1. Your mindset can delay your moment, but God's promise is still good. That's in Luke, the whole chapter 1. So I want you to shift your mindset, because a bad moment can't cancel a blessed day. So for my journalers, because I'm a journaler, I love to journal. So for my journalers, I want you to think, where have I allowed a minor inconvenience to steal the joy of your day? What mindset shift do you need to make this week to keep your eye on the prize and not the problem? And so when you're reflecting with yourself and with God, just ask God, train my mind and my heart for the battle that you can't even see. Thank him because he's already equipped you for it, even if you feel underprepared. Ask him to give you the shift quickly so that you don't get stuck in delay, doubt, and disappointment. And when life doesn't go according to the plan, always remember, God still reigns. He still got this. So, with that being said, I want you to know that God is not only shifting your season, he's shifting your sight. That's why we got to guard what we see and what we hear. We got to be on guard. Don't miss the blessing because your mindset is stuck in last week's frustration, that last hour's frustration. Stay present. That's why it's called present. It's actually a gift. It's a gift to be right here, right now. It's a gift. You got this. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope it blessed you in some way, shape, or form. Y'all pray for me because the sinuses are trying to take me out, but I'm about to go drink some garlic juice I made and call it a night. So I love you guys. I thank you so much for always supporting. And I will, Lord's will, see you next Wednesday. Bye.